The Big Red Barn by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Felicia Bond. Harper Festival publication. Copyright 1956. By the big red barn in the great green field, there was a pink pig who was learning to squeal. Soo-wee, soo-wee! There was a great big horse and a very little horse. And on every barn is a weather vane, of course, a golden flying horse. There was a big pile of hay and a little pile of hay, and that is where the children play. But in this story, the children are away. Only the animals are here today. The sheep and the donkeys, the geese and the goats were making funny noises down in their throats. Nah! The old Scarecrow was leaning on his hoe, and a field mouse was born in a field of corn. There he is. Cock-a-doodle-doo! In the barn there was a rooster and a pigeon too, and a big white hen standing on one leg, and under the hen was a quiet egg. There was the bantam rooster and the bantam hen, with a clutch of eggs. Count them, there are 10. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Moo! There was a big brown cow and a little brown cow. There was an old black cat, meow meow, and a tiger tomcat, meow meow. And there was a big red dog, bow wow, with some little puppy dogs, all round and warm. And they all lived together in the big red barn, and they played all day in the grass and the hay. When the sun went down in the great green field, the big cow lowed, moo, and the little pig squealed, sweet, and the horses stomped in the sweet warm hay, and the little donkey gave one last bray. Ee-haw! The hens were sleeping on their nests, even the roosters took a rest. The little black bats flew away out of the barn at the end of the day, and there they all were all night long, sound asleep, in the Big Red Barn. Big Red Barn by Margaret Wise Brown. Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. Harper Trophy Publishers. Copyright 1947. In the great green room there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon, and there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs, and 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens, and a little toy house and a young mouse. There's the mouse. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush, and a quiet old lady who was whispering, hush. Good night, room. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Good night, kittens, and good night, mittens. Good night, clocks, and good night, socks. Good night, little house. Good night, mouse. Good night, comb, and good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush. And good night to the old lady whispering, hush. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. Good Night Moon by Margaret Wise Brown.